Hello, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us today for this enlightening session of the Courtyard Socio-Cultural Series. I am your moderator for today, Aparna Gupta, third year from University School of Architecture and Planning. We will be presenting a short video while introducing the talk for today, and the video is made by Navratan Arora, second year, University School of Architecture and Planning.
Today, we will be talking about the transition of youth in pandemic from uncertainty to resilience. In March 2020, the outbreak of the coronavirus disease reached many countries and left all of us in a situation of despair. To reduce the speed of its spread, many countries slowed down their economies and enforced pronounced restrictions on public life. While we were losing lives to this deadly virus, COVID was reaching its peak every day. But we started getting used to it and adapted the new routine. So on, a new challenge popped too, dealing with our internal well-being. And so, the transition was tough. From waking up every day at 6 a.m. for college to waiting for the Google Meet link at 9 a.m. for classes. From talking to friends while drafting to talking to friends over call, no faces. We all came a long way, but all alone. So today, we took this initiative to provide a platform for people to discuss strategies to promote resilience, resourcefulness, and creating environments that facilitate a sense of belonging and agency, especially for the youth of color, for us. Today's event of the Courtyard Socio-Cultural Series is an attempt to support young minds to see through these difficult times by engaging in discussions with trained experts from the field of behavioral sciences.
So today, we took this initiative to provide a platform for people to discuss strategies to promote resilience, resourcefulness, and creating environments that facilitate a sense of belonging and agency, especially for the youth of color, for us. Today's event of the Courtyard Socio-Cultural Series is an attempt to support young minds to sieve through these difficult times by engaging in discussions with trained experts from the field of behavioral sciences. And for the same, I want to welcome our guest for today, Ms. Satya Ma'am, an assistant professor of clinical psychology at Atal Bihari Vajpayee Institute of Medical Sciences and Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital, New Delhi. She has more than 10 years of experience. She has won awards in research and has many national and international publications. She has also organized many workshops, lectures, and seminars on COVID and psychological management, anger management, stress management, crisis intervention, parenting, relationship handling, to name a few. So, on behalf of the University School of Architecture and Planning, Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University, I welcome you, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you, Aparna.
No problem.
Thank you to start with such a beautiful video and the information related to COVID-19 and the pandemic. Uh, First of all, I would like to express my gratitude towards Dr. Neerja Sethi ma'am, who gave me this platform so that I can share my experience as well as I can help the students, our younger generation, to deal with in such kind of scenario psychologically. And before starting, I would like to ask to the students that still their classes are continuing from online mode from home, or they have joined their colleges.
Ma'am,
Aparna can say.
yes, ma'am, we have our classes online only. Yeah.
Online classes are already there. What are the things Neerja ma'am was saying? Some things that you all are facing. Being, I'm considering you as a representative of all the students.
Yes, ma'am.
So, what are the major issues you people are facing and in current scenario?
The very basic situation is that now that we are at home at majority of the time, we have to spend our time on devices, even though it's for classes. But a part of that also, we don't have anything else to do, right? So we always end up spending most of our time on devices, Other than that, yeah, that is all.
Uh,
Elaborate on how you're able to manage your work from home. How comfortable are you able to manage your work, your understanding levels? Because that's how she will be able to relate to what your problems are. So it's a student's perspective whether online is the best way. How what are the issues that you have, the work pressures, the screen time, and other issues that you're facing with it, the time management, the report work, the housework with it, the anger management, the time management, the issues which really are affecting you, the feeling of boredom, the feeling of desperation, or anything that anyone of you. Because it's always good to do that, and it's that we are doing this so that we build a support system for you. You do not need to discuss it, but these are very general issues which you have to, not your personal issues, but you could be generally saying that these are the issues that need to be handled.
yes, ma'am, you rightly pointed out, though I could hear few words only, maybe some issue with my speaker that I could not hear you properly. But yes, some issues, as you said, that yeah, in general they are dealing with lot of things, and many individual has its own challenges, its own difficulties to face or to deal with. So I would like to share my screen. Is my screen visible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
So once again, welcome to this lecture, and thanks to Nirja ma'am. As we were just discussing that, yes, how pandemic or COVID-19 has left everyone in a situation or in a scenario where there is a lot of things to deal with, and the COVID-19 or this virus has not only, we all know that this is a virus which impact or affect our physical health. We all are have been seen, we all watching, or we have been witness of such kind of scenario in not only our city, the whole country, the whole world. But this is the virus which has not affected only the physical health, it also has affected mental health as well. And we all know that mental and physical, these both are connected. These both health cannot be segregated. We cannot say that one can do one health. It's a physical, it can do good, or the mental can do good without in collaboration, vice versa. And in this pandemic, it has been seen that mental health, the importance of mental health has been came out with a lot of importance and understanding, and people do have been aware about it, and they have started understanding and taking care as well. So I will start with that. What is the mental health? Mental health is not only the absence of mental disorder. There are many mental disorders, there are name to mental disorders, like having name for the physical illness, fever, malaria, typhoid, a few. So there are lots of mental disorders too. But it's not only that if someone is not having any mental disorder, we can say that the individual is having complete mental health or mentally healthy. The definition of mental health is a state of well-being in which every individual realizes his or her own potential, can cope with the normal stress of life, can work productively and fruitfully, and is able to make a contribution to her or his community. So, mental health is also to be healthy, happy, and prosperous. To be Such an individual who can help, who can contribute in the progress of not only oneself, in fact for others too, for the country too. As I was saying that as mental and physical health both are connected. We all know that healthy mind lives in healthy body. So we cannot segregate mental health from the physical health or physical health from the mental health. Some people think that mental illness can be related to only with some lot of aggression, lot of doing violence act or harming to someone are harmful to the society. But it's not true. It's not completely true. In day-to-day life, there are a lot of things to deal with. Um, Aparna said that nowadays we are not having anything to do. We are only spending our time or passing our time through devices. Ma'am said that time management, anger issues, or how to manage irritability, or how to simply follow a daily routine. These all things are related to mental health. In what way we interact with each other, how positive we are, how much aware we are of one individual is aware about his or her own potential, qualities, positive and negative aspects, knowing oneself. These all things are related to mental health. So health is not only one aspect, is a very broad aspect and related to each and everything of everyone's life, of day-to-day life. In COVID-19, many things has been hampered. Few we just discussed that our daily routine has been hampered. No routine is there nowadays. Can say that people are not having any routine to follow because they are thinking that, okay, we are at home only, or we are having nothing to do, or not only so that they are not having anything to do or they are not supposed to go anywhere, as well along with these all the things they are having workload too, because now the offices has been shifted to the houses. People are doing work from home. um, those who are working in IT or in other professions, one of known of mine was saying that initially, okay, when they are working from the offices, they had a time to go to the office. Okay, maybe they were leaving office by late night or something, but they had a particular time. In this COVID era or in this COVID time, they what he or she said that they are having time to log in, but they are not having time to log out. So they are not getting being at home. Sometimes they have to be in front of the computer or working 24/7 in a way. So they are not getting time to think anything else, or even to just one person or one patient came to me. He said he is not even getting time to go to the window to see that whether it's raining outside or what is happening outside. So it has affected in many ways. Some people has been loaded with work, some people has been just thinking that what to do. They are not able to pass their time. And of course it has affected the livelihood. Many, the economy, the financial issues, job issues. Many people has faced so many adversity. It has inculcated not only this, even the virus of COVID-19 has inculcated the fear. Everyone has started living in a fearful atmosphere, in a fearful thinking that what will be happening or what is happening, that what next. This is an unknown virus, invisible virus. And the title of today's presentation also says the uncertainty. The uncertainty is there. No one is knowing that what is going to be taking place or what is happening. So fear of unknown, worry about it. People are keep thinking that what is happening or why it is happening. And these all things are leading towards the stress, towards the anxiety. It also has started affecting people in another way, like loneliness. And when people are having loneliness means feeling alone, not feeling connected. And when people are having fear, worry, loneliness, these all things can lead to a depression also. Depression, anxiety, these are the psychological disorders. Alcohol and drug use, the consumption of substance has also been increased in this situation or in this duration. Self-harm, suicidal behavior, many people has committed suicide, some has committed due to um, the adverse situation or that adverse effect of the COVID. Some have committed suicide just in the fear of COVID-19. I remember one officer, he was on duty. Uh, because of COVID, he was posted on COVID affected area. Uh, one day he realized that he himself has been caught by this virus, and he just could not understand, could not manage. Instead of shooting himself by his own service revolver, why he did so? That if he will going to his home or inside, he will be affecting his family members. To save them, he got only this solution. So why this happens? Because people get fearful. They just feel that they cannot do anything else. They just feel hopeless, or they are not able to think beyond it. This also has increases the domestic violence. The first lockdown was very much crucial, even the second also, and domestic violence was drastically improved or increased, not improved, increased, and females, not only females, males also, children population, many individuals, those who are facing domestic violence in a very serious condition. Why we talk about mental health with um, individual or related to day-to-day life? Because mental health, as I said, that how one individual who just shoot himself in the fear of having corona or COVID-19, and in the fear of not affecting, not to infect others. So it's important to understand to that what is the actual health condition is. As I said that maybe that time he could not think anything else except that he can infect his family member, and this can turn into very worse situation. So how he perceived his health in the corona is not that much. I know it's a serious illness, very severe disease, but it's not so that it can kill or finish everything and everyone. So how do we perceive? How we are perceiving? Some individual, those who are having 99-degree fever, maybe there is one individual who will be not feeling that much pain or that much lethargy, or he will be able to focus on the work. But another individual, he will be having lot of pain, lot of disgust due to in that same condition of fever of 99 degree. So it's matter is that how one is perceiving. Having a good mental health is very much related to how individual is challenging each and every day, how individual is facing the problems, how the person is coping with the problems, how they are adopting the healthy behavior, how they are feeling a sense of purpose. I will be talking more about it in a later part. And it's related to well-being, risk of disease, illness and injury, immune functioning, and speedier recovery. Why these all three factors in the last? You all must have heard that when individual is having motivation to get well, he or she definitely get sooner as expected, or from the another individual, or the patient who is not willing to recover soon, or he is not having hope, or he is not having that much mental strength or strongness that nothing can harm him or her, or he or she can come out successfully from whatever the situation, whether it's any illness or any adverse situation. As I was saying that what is the relevance of talking about mental health? So whatever situation I told, as well as there are some facts to understand that sometimes everything is not related to an unwell mental health, or from the point of view that person is not mentally healthy, because it's very natural to get irritated or get angry or feeling overwhelmed when person is not in a good situation, or in a situation which is not um, as individual was thinking. So being overwhelmed in adverse situation is very much normal and regular to or for anyone, and it's a process. There are a lot of things, as I said, that being angry or getting irritated or being late or not following routine or just being lazy, be lazy. uh, if someone is feeling being like not doing anything, so in one or two circumstances or incidences we cannot say that person is having mental health issues, and it's not a sign of weakness. When if someone is having some mental health issues or related to the things which are affecting the individual, or person needed to help the visit the mental health professional, it's not sign of weakness or anything which is taking place, or something bad or something wrong or something very disturbing going to take place. No, it's not so. It's like any other illness, any other disease, like any, even COVID. We all know that COVID-19 is a curable one, is a treatable one. So the same way, mental health also. Lots of things are there, lots of thinking are there, lots of stigma are there related to mental health. That sometimes if people are individual is having also some mental health issues, they feel hesitation in contacting or approaching the mental health issues, the clinical psychologists or the other professionals, because they say that they themselves perceive themselves or think that now something very wrong is going to happen with them, or how the other people will think about them. So no, this is not. And what is the important is important to have the confidence. If losing the confidence, to regain the confidence and living life as they are living previously, or they are supposed to, or they are thinking to live. Please change the slide. There are a lot of uncertainty this COVID-19 has let people face, related to economy, finance, health, future, relationship, education. Some patients or individuals, those who are visiting, um, they are just for the, I'm talking about the specifically the student here, that they are facing that whether they will be able to achieve their degree or not, if they will be achieving, whether they will be able to use it or not, how they are going to use it in the future, what will they be doing about it. Some students or some individuals, those who have been selected in abroad countries, they could not go. So these all things, and obviously they are not knowing that when they can go. And in this way, of course, the time is passing. 1 year, 1.5 year, we are knowing that, of course, 1.5 year has been passed, and still there are a lot of restrictions, lot of fear, lot of things. So these all things has made them to think in a way that they may can develop frustration, they may can develop stress, Uh, I'm talking about in these things in later slides. Please change the slide. I was trying to change the slide and thinking that why it's not getting changed.
Yeah.
uh, Uncertainty related to security. Everyone is having need for security, safety. So this COVID-19 has inculcated the fear related to security. People or individuals are thinking that they have lose control on their life. They feel helpless, worry. Everyone is thinking that what tomorrow is going to bring. And these all things are leading individual to face the burnout, stress, anxiety, depression. And of course, these all things are related to mental health and mental disorder. Please change the slide. So why do we know these things? Because it's important to have knowledge to know anything. Because until unless we were not knowing what is COVID-19, what are the things. So it's important to know about COVID-19 to develop vaccine, to develop the treatment, and of course to develop a safety behavior. So in this way, these all things are important to know. Now I'm going to talk about that how to deal with these things and how to be psychologically healing ourselves, oneself. So first of all, have to remember that if not remembering, so have to recollect that what are the competencies individual is having, you all are having, what are the qualities you all are having. Instead of thinking that why these all things has been happened or why in my time only, my time means why in my college time only, because yesterday only I met four college students, they were pursuing their graduation and they were saying that they could not have enjoyed their college life or they could not have lived their college life because it's everything is from online mode, they are at home only. So of course college is having a different uh, atmosphere. So many things people do learn by going college, by interacting teachers, professors. So these, of course, they are having interaction, but not in a regular way, as usual way. So, but in this situation, also have to recall that what are the competencies you are having. Also, you have to not let down your confidence or let go your confidence away from yourself. You have to think that what things you do can control and how you have to cope with or how to adjust in those situations which you cannot control. Um, Change the slide, please. You do need to regulate your emotions. When I say regulate your emotions, you all must be feeling annoyed, like Aparna said, using device only. So maybe devices are miserably functioning. Using device means um, spending time through internet. Am I right, Aparna?
Yes, ma'am. Through internet, online classes, everything is on device only now.
Hmm. So apart from classes or even in the classes only, network is not good. Um,
Yes, ma'am.
Internet is not functioning properly. The device has
Yeah,
maybe has some issues. So these
glitches.
all things are definitely annoying you, and maybe you are getting irritated. Maybe you are shouting. Maybe you are
Hmm.
crying. Maybe you are feeling helpless. So you
That's
need to know. You need to identify that what are the emotions you are having, and then you have to regulate your emotion. Means understand your emotion and then uh, let it go as well as transfer or mold your emotion, that in what appropriate way you can express your emotion. Do anticipate in the activities as well as plan also what is happening. Maybe there are 4 or 5 group of students or friends, everyone is thinking nothing can be happen, nothing can be done. So maybe those everyone is supposed to, but maybe one can take lead to anticipate something, to put any idea, to plan any activity. and encourage everyone. And another thing is the persistent. It's not only that okay, I have decided today to do something, or to suggest something, or any activity, or any kind of thing. But what is happening after some time? No, I cannot do, or why only I should do? Uh, okay, when other will say, then will think. No, be persistent with this, because doesn't matter what others are doing. Everyone has to do his or her own part, and have to be ready for the things. Have to be ready for oneself, because your health is yours only. The health is not going to affect anyone else, or the other health is not going to benefit you, though in other way it can be, but in a direct way, one healthy individual can help others. A healthy individual can help oneself. So have to focus that what one can, instead of focusing on what other are not doing and why others are not doing, why only me is doing. So instead of thinking these all the things, has to think that how you or how I can do. We all know that humans are a social animal. We all are social beings. We need a society. We cannot survive alone. So as I was saying, that have to initiate, have to actively participate. Plan a social gathering. You all are using social media. Um, this generation is much more aware than the previous generation, and much more expert in internet or alternate ways of physical presence. So be creative, think about it, and aware of the situation, aware of the own emotional reactions, and being aware of the others' behavior also. One example I would give, like aware of situation. Maybe if you are planning any or class or anything, maybe internet cannot work properly. So you have to be ready about it. How you will be ready about it? You have to think that okay, what hurdles can be faced. As I said, anticipate and plan also. So if you are know that you have to take classes online, you are having online whatever internet or any meeting anything, so have to be aware of the situation, that what all are the things can be faced or what is happening in the situation, as I discussed previously, that knowing one's own emotion and knowing others emotions also, because it's not only important to know oneself or one's own emotion, others emotion also, dealing with others emotions too, that how they can be controlled. If another person is getting angry and the one person, I am taking Aparna's name, maybe Aparna, any friend of Aparna is getting angry and Aparna also started getting angry, what will happen, Aparna? You both will be started ending up in a fight.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am.
have to understand that how to handle others' behavior instead of responding, instead of reaction.
Yes, ma'am.
Try to deal with the how or think that how things can be dealt with. Limit social media. You all are using devices are having lots of news, lots of information in the form of news channels, in the form of many social media.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's not important to pay attention on each and every news, every information. Just take one information or important, just be um, selective that what is important information you needed to know or you needed to go through. As well as uh, our news channels are showing lot of things the whole day, the whole night, and even one thing in a many ways 24/7. So limit social media, choose that what are the things you needed to know, what are the information you needed to go through, as well as not to go through 24/7 the news channels and the other information from others, from WhatsApp groups or from anywhere. And decide that whether the whole family or all the student, that they will be seeing news once in a day, not the whole day. The acceptance problem become more serious when people or individual or oneself is not accepting the situation or what all are the going on in the surroundings. So have to accept the situation. When we accept the situations, then we start thinking, or we start thinking that how we can deal with them. We start also thinking, we start planning also. Like I gave one example, one sad example of shooting oneself. um, the first problem was that he has not accepted the situation. If I just assume that if he has accepted situation that okay, he's suffering with corona or COVID-19, then he may would have think about that, okay, now what else he can do, how he can save his family member not to get infected. There were many ways. So first of all, had to accept. Another thing, asking and taking help. Never be shame or feel any wrong, uh, that what others will think about it if you ask for the help. No, if needed, do ask and take help. There are the next point is avoiding negative individuals. Why do we need to avoid negative individual? Because some, we have to identify also, some individuals are there, they will be inculcating negative things in other individuals too, that I think can be happen. Everything is worse. You all may be having 1 or 2% in your surroundings. That person will always be having negative outcome from for each and every situation, or negative information for each and every good things. But so have to avoid such kind of individual. But avoiding negative individual means not to let them leave alone if there is any problem, or not to help them if there is any problem with them. Do uh, take initiative to help them, be with them, but do try to avoid such individuals so that they can affect or hamper your mental health. Now coming to the self-care, Nisha ma'am was also saying that there is a no routine, there is no activity, there is a sleep issues. Why daily activities like routine has been hampered? To deal with this certainty, self-care is very important. And in self-care, first of all comes the daily routine. Because when colleges were open, you had a time schedule that okay, by 9 o'clock there was a class, and you have to reach to that class. You have to attend that class. So accordingly, you have to wake up on time. Then starting from your home on the time. But now you are not having that compulsion. You are having online class. In that class, video can be off. So maybe you are not doing brush, maybe not taking your breakfast, and just sitting in front of your phone or laptop, etc. So don't do this. Do follow a daily routine. Do make a plan of your sleeping time. Do make a plan of your waking up time. Do make a plan or time for your own activities, your exercise, your food, that you will be taking your, you will not neglect your food. If you would not follow these all the routine in pandemic, many has reported that their sleep has been delayed. If someone was sleeping by 10 o'clock, now they are sleeping by 12, 1 or 2. And then what is happening in this way? They are waking up late. They are not waking up by 7 o'clock morning. They are waking up by 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock or so. So it's a cycle. When they are going to the bed late, then they are getting up late also. And again, this disturbed sleep cycle will disturb everything, the daily routine, the activity, the food. They will not take breakfast or lunch on time. So have to maintain a sleep timing, sleep hygiene we call it, that go to bed on time. 7 to 8 hours of sleep is very important, and try to wake up in the morning. If not by early morning by 5 or 6, then do wake up by 7 at least, and do have some exercise. Do take a good healthy food in the form of whether it's dry fruits, whether it's fruits, whether it's mm, dal chawal, whether it's um, dairy products. Do try to take healthy foods instead of junk, instead of any other food which is not that much helpful in your own health. Do ensure your proper water intake, and do have some time for meditation. When you will be waking up in the morning, when you will be following a routine, you will be having time for these all the things, whether you do for 5 minutes only, but do have some meditation. It will help you to calm your mind as well as your body. And do look for meaning and purpose. Now this time has given you lot of time. This COVID time has given you lot of time to think about your own self. Depends that how you are spending. You are spending, you are not spending, you are killing, or you are just passing. Apart from your classes, you are passing your time on internet or surfing lot of things. Instead of utilize this time thinking that what is the meaning of your presence, what is the purpose of your life, what you are willing to do in the life apart from your occupation, the occupation or the education you are following. What is the meaning of your life, what you will be doing to the society. Change the slide, please. And do not let your motivation go down. Do have motivation, do have hope, because when one started feeling that now nothing can be happened, so when hopelessness takes place, then individual start doing efforts. So never let your hope go away from you, and do have gratitude. Gratitude means accepting and acknowledging each and everyone's contribution, whether it's your parents, whether it's your domestic helper, whether it's your pet, whether it's any animal or any person who is helping you or doing something for you. Be grateful to them. When you start doing this, you do feel good, and this feel good emotions or feeling help you to have a calm mind. And I was saying about that taking help is good, as well as be ready for helping others. Do think that how you can help others and in what way. If you are getting any chance, do help whomsoever in need of. That in pandemic there were many people, those who needed a lot of help, many people who are out of food or anything. Still there are many things, so look around what you can do. It's not so that one should ask you for help. You just look around that how in what way. There are many people those who will not ask for the help because they are not beggars, or they are not in that situation that they can ask help. And develop your hobbies. Just try to think, give time to yourself. And after these all the things, if you feel after doing these all the effort, if you feel that things are not taking place the way you are thinking, or you are unable to do these all the things, or still you are having issues, so do take professional help. Do visit a mental health professional, clinical psychologist, psychiatrist. These are known as mental health professional, so do visit them. And here comes the last slide. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Aparna.
Yeah, so I think we can open the floor for the discussion now. So if anybody has any questions, can open their mic and ask right now only, or can type in the chat box. I read the questions. So anybody has any questions, can begin now.
Can I ask, Aparna?
Yeah, please go.
So, hi, Satyam ma'am and Aparna. Myself, Irfan, and I am from School of Architecture and Landscape Design, SMVDU, Katra. I'm a fifth year student. So, basically, I did a small domain of this thing which you're doing. I did a proper study in my dissertation, and it is named as Pandemic Implications on Design of Air Transit Hubs. So I have myself, been to like 5 to 8 airports, and experience all these things which you have, which you just jotted down in your slides. And I just noticed that like there are like some domains. Like as an fifth year architecture student now, I am moreover analyzing these things architecturally. So I have seen like there are some domains which like one of them I would say like vulnerability, right? Just understand this. Some like vulnerability comes in all these aspects, like you're saying, like that fear, right? Like that COVID-19 is not managed due to that all the protocols and all stuff. And there's a common thing which we say like due to COVID-19, which we are not able to analyze in our designs. That is like a common word, like the difference between accommodate and adapt, right? So right now what we are doing, like we are accommodating all these spaces which we are right now in this situation. We are like we are right now not able to adapt these things. So some type of measures, some type of remedies like could be taking, like COVID-19. I said this as a rare event, right? Or like down the line, if like after 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, if such event hits again, then what, right? So I interpret this study like this. So I think like I should share my views on this. So this was a pretty good presentation. I just love the presentation.
Thank you, Irfan.
Yes.
And I appreciate that you like to share your experience.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Thank
lot
you.
of things are happening. I remember when people were coming or came from China, from Italy, the student, majority of the students were evacuated from the Indian government. So they had this thought inside them that now what will be happen? How they will be able to, some MTech student, some other super specialty student, that how they are going to complete their research work, how they will be completing their degree, what will be happen, why they were doing this. So yes, and these all things are very much natural to take place if individual is oneself. As I said in the very beginning only, that in one situation only two different individual can behave or adopt that situation in a different way. So the
Right.
same way with all the things, all the individuals are dealing with different way, in a different way. Some are getting some solutions, some are not having not getting affected in any way at all, but some are, or some individuals do. So maybe these things can help them if they are feeling or they are finding themselves not be able to. So definitely without delay they do consult clinical psychologists.
Yeah, exactly.
And as you said about vulnerability, so vulnerability, it's not related to only COVID-19 only. It's related to one aspect of the individual's own quality.
Absolutely.
And it can be for any situation or for anyone. So if an individual, because we all know we all are Homo sapiens, so we do have solutions for the things, and we do try to take solutions or get solutions for the things, or for the survival. We do try our best. So in this way, many people are having their own. You also must be having for yourself the safety measures, the safety guards, that how they can save themselves.
Exactly.
So if the individual is having, it's well and good. If not, so definitely we all are there to help them. Thank you.
By the way, ma'am, I'm just leaving a link for my dissertation. If like anyone interested to read that, so they may read. And if you are interested, also you may also read.
Yeah, please do give me. I'll
Thank
copy
you.
it because after this meeting will get in, this link will be disabled.
Oh yeah, sure.
I'll send you the link on
Please,
WhatsApp also.
yeah,
So,
please.
yeah. So,
Congratulations for your dissertation. Thank you.
thank you, Irfan.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, anybody else? Any questions?
If anyone needed to ask
Students,
later or something, they do can contact me through Aparna or through Nirja ma'am or through Sonali ma'am. My email ID is also there as well. As well as if they, like I was talking about, that maintain your schedule, make your timetable. If you do can make, it's good. If not, you needed help, so definitely you can contact me or for any other issues.
Thank you, ma'am. So, if anybody has any questions, can ask now, or should we wrap up the session? What do you say, ma'am?
I'll ask one question. Actually, I
Okay.
have several questions, but I don't think this
Please.
time is enough for discussing that at length. But for the sake of students, Satyam ma'am, would you give us some tips as to when we are having, say, suppose we have a panic attack, and especially in these times of anxiety, there are certain times when we are, logically, when we think about things, then we do understand that this is just a phase, it'll get over and nothing is larger than life, and things will fall back to their normal state. But sometimes logical thinking just takes a back seat, and we are in this anxiety mode, and then nothing kind of seems to appeal us, or we generally go in that negative zone. So in that moment of anxiety, how to pull ourselves out of it and come back to a normal state? Is there any way, like some people say, has- have a lot of water, go in the fresh air, whatever? What do you feel, what do you think should be done at that moment of anxiety? How to snap ourselves out of that? I personally also, not only students, I think every one of us has every now and then faced this situation of anxiety.
Very important question, ma'am, and very important situation to deal with. Because one moment of anxiety, one moment of impulse, one moment of helplessness, one moment of everything finished or has finished can lead to many serious or very dangerous situation. So it's a very important question that you ask about it. Yes, one thing you said, that is there any way to get out from this situation or bounce back or to snap back? One thing I forgot to tell everyone, that resilience means in a simple way that how one can bounce back from the situation. So we, in the anxiety situation also, how we have to bounce back? Yes, it's a very common idea and very useful idea to have some water, 1 or 2 glass water, to take time and try to remember that nothing has been finished. Still things are beautiful, still things, better things can take place, and this situation will get over. To remind oneself, to remind one own self, give this message to the mind that this situation will not be forever. That particular moment of anxiety or panic attack. But before that, I will say that try not to diagnose. We all are having this tendency कि हाँ depression हो गया, panic attack हो गया, ये हो गया, because these are all are the psychological disorders, and having some criteria before to fulfill to call it. So it's only one moment of problem or one bad moment. It's not that particular disorder or disease. So have to give message to oneself that things are going to be better and this moment is going to be pass out. So drink water, do take deep breathing. When we call it deep breathing, means taking breathe from the nose, not from the mouth, as long as one can, and deep inside towards the stomach. Try to holding those air or those that breathe for some seconds, 2 seconds, 5 seconds, not more than this. Otherwise, it will individual will start facing difficulty, breathlessness or something. So relax in a relaxed way. Try to take breathe, long deep breath through the nostril pathway, holding breath for some seconds and then letting that breath go out through nose only, and in the same slow process. Have to take that breath very slowly and release that air or breath again in a very slow form. So these two things are going to help, and definitely ask for help. For help, as I was saying, that do ask for help. Do look for the help. If you think, do discuss, do share your problems. But of course, keeping in the mind that whom you can rely, whether you're a very good friend, whether you're a very good family member, you are close to any relative, and of course, we people are there. So these things will be helping you to come out from that bad situation or that bad moment, and it's definitely going to help.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Actually, being connected is one of the greatest mantras I felt that in these situations. Uh, but unfortunately, I've also seen that, like, when we used to have our studios one on one and in person, students who were a little reserved by nature, they also somehow made some friends, and the others also made some effort to kind of engage with these reserved students, and somehow they also felt part of the entire community and not left out so much. So the problems of these anxiety and other issues didn't crop up so much, but not that intense also. But now, being online for everything, and if you have to reach out to someone, either you have to make drop in a message or a call, it's all so impersonal nowadays, that these students, especially the ones who are already by nature they are reserved, they have kind of gone into their own shell, which is another problem which I see, that even with the best intentions, others are not able to reach out to them. So maybe, I mean, that's my word of advice probably for everyone also, which has been, I think ma'am has demonstrated in our PPT also, that being connected, I think, is a very important asset nowadays. So even if you don't feel like, at least you should be in talking terms to one or two of your friends and your family members. Am I right,
Um,
Satya ma'am?
yes, ma'am. You
Maybe
are
you
very
can
much right.
elaborate a little more on that.
For this, I will say, like, I was saying that some students said that their just college life finished online through online mode only. So
Yes.
what was happening? There was a routine when they were going to the college, whether they were willing to discuss with anyone or not, whether they were willing to interact with others or not. But college life itself make individual learn many things, deal many things. Mm, uh, Dealing with different kind of individual, different dealing with different personalities. It's let learn many things. So these all things has been stopped. But as I said, that do have to remember, do have to think for oneself. One have to think for that what one can do for oneself only. Have to think that definitely we have to think that what we can do or what we are doing for the others, but do at the same time do have to think that what we are doing for the ourselves, for the oneself, and definitely do go for the help. Do being social animal, being social creatures, socially connected, we all are supposed to be. Uh, any individual, those who are introvert, they also do having one or two very good friends, and when they make friends, they are very close to whomsoever the friend is, whether it's a family member or any other friend. So do talk to them, and if needed, if anything, do take professional help, but never be just be oneself only. Do let others know that what you are thinking, how you are thinking, and what are the things you needed help in, or if nothing, then also do have conversation. Though it's a line from ad, no, बात करने से बात बनती है, something
Yes,
mobile
ma'am.
advertisement. So
Yes, ma'am.
definitely बात करिए. It's important to have conversation, it's important to have words, it's important to have talking. So be connected, and do have conversation. It's not so that with everyone, with 10 number 10 peoples, with 100 peoples, do have one or two good peoples, good friends, but do have.
Thank you, ma'am, for answering it so briefly.
You're all
So,
such beautiful human beings, so good at heart, so good at yourself. So count your blessings of being good human beings, being good individuals. Count your blessings that you have so many things which others probably do not have. When you start counting those positive things that you have, then the negative things will get, your positive things will overweigh your negative things. You will feel better and you will feel good. So that is what you have to do. You have to always think the blessing, it's the gratitude that you're much better off than everybody else. And if there is a situation in anyone's life, please do understand that at the end of the tunnel there is always light. There are always opportunities which hold you are there and you can go there. And once you start thinking that you can do, you are able to do it and you will be able to do it. And once you go with this belief, you will be able to reach your destinations. And time management in a but how do you manage your time? You need to be regular. Follow a routine, follow it, and you will be able to reach there. Be stay connected, talk to your friends. We at my age also, we as friends almost have a good chat with our old friends. When we get connected with our friends over the meet, we're able to talk for some time. So we're able to know their interests. So that becomes an inspiration for us. Okay, if she can do this, if I am in a down mode, if she's doing this, then you feel okay. Well, I can also challenge myself to do that. So please do that. You all, as friends in your own class, you should, apart from your classes, if apart from your on-screen classes, sometimes take out a in a week, take out a time when all of you get together, have some kind of a conversation, discuss something. If you're good at music, play music. If you're good at singing, sing a song. If you're good at arts, you talk about it. If you're good at political discussions, do some kind of discussions amongst yourselves. This is apart from the studies. And in that discussion, please have no discussion at all about your studies.
Very important point that
Give
be in the
yourself a
moment
lot of
only.
time.
If you are studying, so do involve in the study. If you are playing, be playful. If you are having any fun activities or hobby, do so. Be at the moment wherever you are. Sometimes what happens, most of the time, what happens that we are at one particular place, but we are not at that particular place because through our thinking, through our mind, we are at another place or another situation. So don't do this. Be at the place wherever you are, physically and mentally.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So, if we don't have any more questions, I think we can wrap up. Okay. So, thank you.
I will say thank you
Yeah.
to Nilja ma'am as well as to Sonali Roy Chandra ma'am. They both helped me and gave me this to be here to interact with these all the students and trying to help them in a psychological way. Hopefully, they all will be following it and it
Yes,
will be
ma'am.
helpful for them. So, thank you, Sonali ma'am, and thank you, Neerja ma'am. Thank you a lot.
Thank you.
And thank you, Aparna. Thank you.
Thank you. So, yeah, thank you everybody for joining us today and sticking throughout. Thank you, Satya ma'am, for accepting our invitation and giving us time. It was indeed a really great and informative session. I would like to thank our university, Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University, for always supporting our endeavors. I would also take a moment to thank our Dean, Neerja Sethi ma'am, and all the other faculty members for organizing this event. Thank you for making this a successful event. Thank you, everybody.